Hello, everyone. This is Sharif here from the Car Negotiation channel. So today I decided to do a video, and this video today about going to be about how to start your car buying journey. Okay. First of all, I hope everyone is doing well. It's Saturday, July the 11th today. It's 5:45 Eastern Standard Time. I don't know if that's a good introduction, but let me just get right into it. So, today is going to be about how to start your journey of buying a car. The journey of buying a car can take anywhere from 2 days to a month. Okay, and it depends what kind of what kind of car you're going to be buying. There is new cars, used cars. Again, specifically, I'll be talking about new cars. Okay, that's going to be my specific focus, new cars. So how to start your new car buying process? Okay, how to do the research? Okay, I called it research, negotiate, then close. Okay, first starting the journey with the research. Research, an average research should be not less than minimum of 4 to 10 hours, or 4 to 12 hours. Okay, maybe even more than minimum than four, right? Anyways, what you would need to do, start first by determining what the brand you want to buy when it comes to a new car. Okay, you need to invest a lot of time on which brand you want to go with and why do you want to go with that brand. Okay, um, I can definitely give you guys some insight, um, right? But that's not the purpose of this video. The purpose of this video is whatever car you're gonna buy. Okay, you need tons of research on, right? The brand, the make, the model. Um, why buying this model versus the other model. How many family members are you guys in the family? Are you expecting a newborn? Okay, whether you're one person who would be driving a car, or whether it's a family, house and wife and husband, or whoever, going to be driving the car, right? And obviously part of the decision, okay, of buying the new car, you should do a lot of research. So how to start the research? First of all, you need to start the research by going through the manufacturing website. The manufacturing website, okay? So if you're buying a Toyota, for example, or a Honda or a Hyundai, or domestic brands, American brands, Ram, Ford, whatever brand you're buying, you need to go on the manufacturing website first. So for example, if I go on Toyota, okay, .com, hypothetically speaking here, so you would go to shoptoyota.ca, okay? And in my next video, I'll be doing a video where I'm gonna walk you through what to click on the website, okay? But first, the main reason I'm saying you need to go on the website, because you need to understand few important details. First of all, in terms of features, what features are you looking for? Okay. Number two, the base price of the car, which is the MSRP, manufacturer suggested retail price, which I'm going to do a different video on it, and the interest rate and the terms. Those are very, very important when it comes to structuring a deal, and it's going to really help you. Okay. The incentives too. So you need to understand what kind of incentives are there on the website, which is, again, I'm referring to the manufacturing website. So it'd be shoptoyota.ca. It would be for Hyundai's, it would be Hyundai Canada .com, I believe. Yeah. So I'm literally like checking the website while I'm talking to you guys. Now, the manufacturing website will also demonstrate for you the manufacturing discounts, because there's two type of discounts, main discounts. There's a manufacturer discount and there's a dealership discount. So you really need to understand what's the difference. So you would first start by the dealer, by going on the manufacturing website, understanding the rebates they have. If you have, let's say a Toyota in the same family, you might be getting 1% less or 0.5%, depends. Same thing with Hyundai, and I believe same thing with other manufacturing. You'll have to check. I just want to kind of have a generic, idea on how to do the research. when you're on the manufacturing website. So one, you start with the manufacturing website, you check the rebates, you check the interest rate, you check the term, like a finance term versus lease, and you check interest rate. Really check interest rate. The interest rate on those websites are prime interest rate. So prime interest rate means that your credit score, okay, is going to be a significant factor in determining what your interest rate that you're going to get. Okay. Certain credit scores qualify for certain discounts, which I will go into more details in a different video. So yeah, back, you're on the manufacturing website, you're checking for rebates, or checking the make, model, the interest rate. And, you know, if you need clarification too on specific things, you can reach out to me. Okay. You can type a comment, subscribe to my channel, like my video. So this is just how to start your research. First, you go on the manufacturing website, and like I said, you research what I just mentioned. You can definitely use other resources too to do your research, right? You know, you can ask friends and family who had that specific model or car before. Of course, you need to test drive the car as well. I would definitely not buy the car right away when I test drive it, right? Part of your research is test driving. You know, test driving, it could be the primary. After you determine, okay, what models are you interested in, then you can test drive them, and then you can go back to the manufacturer website and start comparing, right? So after you check the manufacturing website, okay, what you will be needing to check is on the manufacturing website, it actually will show you the breakdown under build and price when it comes to you choose the model, the vehicle that you want, the term. After that, you can find the breakdown. So under the breakdown, depends what province you're in. So Nova Scotia is different than Ontario, is different than Alberta, is different than the Prairie. So I think Alberta is the Prairie provinces. But anyways, you would be checking because every dealership should advertise all-in pricing that's in Ontario, which is different. When I used to work in Nova Scotia, it was very different than Ontario. So every province have different. So I will also do another video on advertisement, how dealership advertise in Ontario versus Nova Scotia versus different provinces, and what's the rules and regulations around that. So you're a consumer or well educated. So that's part of the negotiation that you're going to be using in the dealership. I'm going to post more content about negotiation, but we're still very, very early right now. So like I said, manufacturing website. Okay, so back to the breakdown, right? So you're on the website, you're going through the breakdown of the pricing. You need to understand MSRP. You need to understand the fees, okay, that are legit and you should pay. Freight and delivery, which is a must, you should pay as well. And the terms, okay. Now, what you want to keep in mind is what you see in front of you. You might not be getting the exact breakdown at the dealership, right? Because remember, at the dealership, there's going to be so many different ads on, okay? So you really need to be very educated about the manufacturer website. I would say start there. Start from the manufacturer website, build and price, okay? Also be careful because some colors will charge more than the other. White is the only color that there is no charge on it. One thing about the white I've noticed, after owning the vehicle for so many years, you're going to start to see some small rust spots around the fender, above the tires, okay? This is because of the friction of the road with the brakes, or when you press the brake, there's a friction, right? So what I've noticed is there are sometimes rusty spots, and a guy told me that, one of my customers told me that when he owned that white color for a very long time. So yeah, that's something to consider with white. Other colors will charge you more money. Okay, other colors will charge more money. So you really need to be aware of, also, like I said, the whole point of the manufacturing website is to understand the pricing of every item that you're paying for. Okay, so this is where you're going to start your first research, or your research in the beginning by going through the manufacturing website. That's it for today. I don't want to make long videos, not at this time, but I was just recommend focus, stay on the manufacturing website for an hour. Okay, play with the numbers, understand the rates, and just understand, what is it all about in terms of price breakdown and the model and the features of the vehicle you want. um, Again, I'm posting this content to help you guys start your own research. Okay, so that's what I would recommend as a beginning of your research, like step number one. Okay. Okay, that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope my video was useful, in terms of, at least if someone didn't know that they should check the manufacturing website, now you know. Okay, make sure you check the manufacturing website. I'll talk to you guys later. Please like, subscribe, comment. I'd love to get some comments, some engagement. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a wonderful day. Take care. Thank you. Bye now.